guys, it's me, Joanne. Welcome to my channel. I just want to share about my 8 cats. Um, I have a very nice and naughty and friendly cat, and the name is Joseph, Fons, Emmy, Louis Marie, Azrael, Zazu, and Blackie. So first, it's Joseph. So Joseph was a very nice cat. He was my first cat when I came here in Belgium. Nung umpisa, it was very difficult because I don't used to eat cat. I'm not allergic with it, but it's because in the Philippines we always think that cat is always like stealing food, in the table every time, and it didn't follow your rules. But here in Belgium, it's different, the cat here, because you can train them, you can teach them how to use the toilet. Like they have their own toilet, so you can teach them when they're still young, so how they use the toilet, and how they eat, and how they to become have an attitude and manners, I mean. So it was like he's a very good for that, my cat, Joseph. He's my companion also, and every time my husband they work the late shift, I'm always home, and he's always my companion, always, all the time. So it was like I'm not so feeling alone at home every time my husband they go to work, and every time I go to sleep, he's always with me. And then every time I go to my school, because before I was studying my Netherlands language, so it was like when I go to my school, and then when I came back, and then every time when I came back, he's always there, and I always ask him, how's your day? And it's just like, he's talking like cat language, and like meow meow. So it was like very for me, I feel not so alone. And when the time that my first panic attack, he the nice thing for cat is they feel you if you are not so feeling good, if you feel like anxious, and if you feel like a little bit down, they know it. When he knows that I'm having my panic attack, he's always in my chest. He's always in my chest, and every time when I hear him breathing, it's just like it makes myself calm. So he helped a lot. Every time my first panic attack happened. But he died. He died in 2012. He was very sick, and me and my husband, especially my husband, he couldn't accept that he's gone. But actually, we decide him to put some euthanasia, because we don't like him to suffer a lot. And I know that he's going, because every time he always seeing, far away, like he seems like he's tired, but he couldn't say it. So we decided, even if it's too difficult for us, it's really for us, it's a good decision that he must to let go. So I am very thankful that he was part of my life in such a small small period of being in this world. So I'm very happy that I am part of it. So we decided, and it was very difficult. My husband was crying, and I was also crying, because he's my companion since I came here. And for me, I don't look at him as an animal. I look at him also like a human. But they couldn't talk, but he can connect to me, through like me, my instinct human, and him is He's like an instinct. His instinct being a cat, and he knows it. He knows the feelings, and that's what I really gonna miss with him. So I was really a little bit depressed in the time. And when my husband go to work, and then he always call me and text me if I'm okay, because I didn't used to it. He's not around anymore. It's difficult for me to accept in the time. But yeah. And when I was studying my Netherlands, my teacher, she said to me, because I told to her that my cat was died, and she said to me, I have a cat and she's pregnant, and if ever she give birth, I will let you know. So then, and this is the time that Louis and Marie came. So when they give birth, my teacher texted me that her cat was give birth, and then she said you can come by to here and you can choose. So normally we only choose one. I choose the male cat, and and then we bring them at home. And it was like my husband, he saw it that he's quite lonely, and then he said, Scott, better we also adopt the other one, because a lot of people, they already take their part, and the only two, Louis and Marie, they just took. And then plus Louis, we took it, we bring at home, and then only Marie. But my husband, they said that is very difficult if you take one and then the one is still there. So it's better to so that Louis, they have a companion like sister, because that's his sister, so they used to with each other. So we go back again to my teacher's house, and we tell them that we also gonna take Marie. So we have two cats, so it's Louis and Marie. And it was very nice kitten, very nice. We teach them how to use the toilet cat, and we teach them that they can, like they have a freedom, whatever they want to do, they have freedom. We are not kind of a boss that you must say, no, you may not do this, you may not do that. No, we didn't do that. We just like allow them whatever they want, because that's an animal, they can do whatever they want, just like free. So, and then Azrael came, because normally Azrael is a cat from my father-in-law, the father of my husband. Because we know, with me and my husband, we know with the attitude of my father-in-law that once he get bored, he will let it go, everything, no matter what it is, And in the time, I told to my husband, I said, did he think about it? Because I know him. When once he's already get done with something, he will dump it, whatever it is, he will dump it. And my husband said, yes, I asked him how many times. And then I think a month, he called my husband. He said that he going to put in a adoption shelter Azrael. And then my husband said, no, Papa, it's better to give Azrael to us, because we can take care of it. And yes, and then he said that I told you already since the beginning that having a cat is a very, very big responsibility. You have to make time and attachment with animals, so that if the animal, if you don't have attachment with the animal, the animal is very far away to you. The animal, they're scared to you. So because my father-in-law is like some kind of control freak, like you may not do this, you might do that, and it's just like the cat, he always hiding under the table or everything. So it was like, when the time that I was worried when the time that we bring him at home, and I'm worried because a character was right. But I was surprised when he jumped on the table and he looked at me and I don't react it, and he just like both flow with like I said, do whatever you want. This is not the house of my father-in-law. This is my house. You can do whatever you want. So that's the time that he become more different. He becoming more my friend. I thought I never gonna find another Joseph, and then since Azrael became to our house, in our house, he's also very very uh, he read my feelings, and every time I had my panic disorder, it's just like they have a time that constant, like every day I'm having it, and I always, like, every time when I lay down on the sofa, and then Azrael, they came to me, and then just like breathing, and then just like, like it takes away my panic, and it is like really so much. I have so much attachment with Azrael, so it was like very difficult for me also when he died, and I didn't accept it also because he was hit by car. The first accident happened, he got survived, but it's a little bit, and the second accident again is he didn't make it anymore, and it was, for me, it was very painful because he was also a very nice cat for me, and he's very loving and sweet cat, and he's the only cat that every time I open bananas, he's always, even just like a small thing, and I'm trying to tease him all the time, and my husband always laughing with it when I just ripped it down slowly, and then he do like this, and then he come to me and it's so really, and then every time we also put something, for anti-insect, we put it here, and we always tell him don't lick your back, but he always licking it, and suddenly he's just bubbling his mouth, and he says, and I always says, cat, come here, the cat is bubbling, and we always like rubbing all the time. We always get some wet rag, and we always wiping it because the cat is bubbling, and I'm scared that they're gonna get died or something. So he was a very, very nice and loving cat, and I really miss him so much. I really did miss him so much. So I have a connection, I have a very good connection with my animals. So for me, my cats, I don't look at it like animals. I look at them as person, as people also, because they have also feeling as us, same as feelings. The problem is they couldn't talk, but they can express their feelings.